showtime.
OnlySlabs.
Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics, and welcome to Only Slabs, the greatest show on Saturdays. Trust me, you don't need to look at any other shows. Just take my word for it, or take the word of this fine Canadian. Fine Canadian, who I have never met before. What is your favorite show on Saturdays on YouTube?
Well, there's breakfast. I guess this show.
There you go.
What do you mean you never met me before? Or we're playing a game?
It's like it's like the magician who
I don't know
picks
how I
the
ended up here,
audience
but here
member
I
I've
am.
never
My
met
favorite
before.
show is Only Slabs, award-winning Only Slabs. So
Phenomenal.
we're going up in the new same category, up against a higher amounts of subscribers, I guess, this time around.
You, of course, are talking about the Comic Book Community Awards, which
true.
our nominations will be opening on May 13th. People should check out
2 weeks.
cbcawards.org, and they'll be able to find their nomination forms where they can fill in for various categories, include some new categories this year, including community artist and some community supporter and other things like that, which today we do have a community artist with us today, a man who has become known as the creator of the Schaup4Verse.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring him on. Schaup4Comics. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, thank you for having me, Rob and Chris.
I'm excited to have you. So I know, like, this started originally something just you were doing for fun. Just a couple of people.
So yeah, I did you randomly and a couple other people, but like.
Originally you did before the official Schaup4Verse.
Yeah, that's the official one. Yes,
this was. Now, of course, I've added some background. This is like the mock-up I made for a card, trading card that I was doing. But this was the original one that you did for. You know what? Can I change this where we're layout different? So we're no, it's not. Is hiding you? No, that's not really doing anything. Can we do? Because I got this as an overlay. It's not working.
Take my mug out.
You know what? I'm going to do this. I don't need. Well, even you're not seeing there. But anyways. So you originally did this one for me with the upside down, which was great. It was kind of cool. And then when you started doing the actual official Schaup4Verse, you did the Spider-Man 2099 for me, which was awesome. But then but then you did a variant for me as well. And I got
that's good. I like that one.
Yeah, I got the Doctor Strange or Adam Strange.
That's a nice background.
You like that?
That's pretty good.
I took his cart and I found some stuff and put things to make backgrounds for the trading cards. But then you also did, of course,
Chris was the first one with the new like face style that I was able to get a little bit more like realistic and
not a bad take, man. It's not a bad take.
It turned out really well.
If you need the eyes green, be perfect.
Okay, so it's hard sometimes to see those eyes.
That'll be the variant. Or the
there you go.
The prism variant 100 would be
prison
with the green eyes.
What's the prison variant?
Prison, the PRIZM.
So it's been a
prism.
Trying to surprise everybody has been the hard thing. Is like trying to watch people's shows or what they like and like, am I doing the right hero that they want or the villain and stuff like that. So,
well, on behalf of the comic community, Shopper, my man, thank you for doing this. I know it almost seems like it's a couple times a week. It shows up on my IG feed. I always try to like it. It's phenomenal, man. Like to me, it's like once you get shopped, like you have arrived in the comic book community, man. It's almost at the point that's what it's become, man. So thank you for doing this. I know that you do it on your own free time and your own free, like no one's put you up to it, I'm presuming. But so thank you for that.
And too much fun and just keep on going. And so we're on our second 100. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. Right now, school year's winding down, so it's a little slow right now for me. So a lot of stuff going on.
All right, awesome. All right, well, let's say hello to the chat, shall we? Let's play Romper Room.
Romper Bomper, Stomper Boo, tell me, do. Magic Mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play?
I hope they will, because Lucretius is here. Hooray! From New Mexico. Evil's Comics. Mike, how you doing there? Hello, Rob and Shop. Not Chris, though, apparently. But Comic-Verse is what to say hello to Rob, Chris, and Shop. As is our friend Mark from Legion of Comics.
All right.
Oh, no, not just to rob Chris and my mustache. Apparently, he doesn't say hi to Schaup.
Mustache.
We got a mix and match,
Oh.
but we're all beautiful homies, so that's good. Thank you, Durs. Appreciate you much. Triple G Comics from the UK. I'll be on his show immediately following this show. We talk about a variety of pop culture stuff, so make sure somebody might go who's interested. Maybe
DVH is
click
going
his
to be
link
on that too, right?
DVH will be there too.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. So by all means, give him a like and a subscribe and check him out. Him and his show puts out some fun content from not only comics but also toy collecting, a lot of collectibles, movies, pop culture, to what's on TV that people are watching, reading, books, etc. He's up super early, but Mad Spidey's here all the way from Australia to here to support you. Great. Cat Fan Comics, man. Hello to everybody. It's great to see you here today. Remy Q Studios. Hey, buddy. How you doing? And speak of the devil or the owl. There you go. Everybody. Dr. Von Hoot's Comics from the Spiral Dimension.
Do you think when DVH refers to his family that he calls them his court?
It's a parliament of mouths.
A parliament or a court?
It's a parliament of mouths.
Okay. Oh, okay. See what I did there, man?
I know what you did. But I don't think he really gives a hoot.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, Chris the Comic Ved's here, everybody. There you go. How you doing? Well, there you go. Hoot, hoot, hoot. See? But Remy gives a hoot. It won't pollute. Woodsy the Owl. Dagger Cards. Hey, there you go. How you doing, Chris the Comic Vet? And let's see here. Gary B, the casual comic guy. He had his little art thing earlier with Madam Blaster. We proved that if you give Gary money, he'll strip his clothes off. Dr. Hugenstein.
I missed that?
Yeah, you did. Oh, Mr. Comics 89. Shops here. It means it's all DC. Mrs. Von Hoot, hello. Nice to have you join us. Austin LeMay.
Whoa,
yes.
It's been a minute, man.
Yeah, nice to see you, buddy. Glad to have you hanging out with us. Glad you could make it. Stephen C. Afternoon to all the henchmen. Cancer does suck. Trev, the shipping guru, is here. And let's see who else we got here in the chat. Scroll here. The Izzyverse is here, ladies and gentlemen. Izzy, thank you very much. Check out his great content he's been churning out.
Oh yeah.
Kenneth Bird, thank you coming out here today to support us. We really appreciate you, sir. Oh wow, I love it when it blinks like that. So it's okay. Well, we're back. Chat always does that at some point. It's guaranteed when you're scrolling, it will chat. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of a million copyright strikes.
Just the hand.
Brand, Comic Journey. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you coming out to join us.
CJ could have one of the best, like not to put hours down, but CJ could have some of the best shop verse. Like his could be the best, in my opinion.
Hands coming out of the microphone. I like that.
I remember being in a live stream chatting with him about it. I'm like, you got it? You for real? And he's like, yeah. And so like we moved it around and found out like, yeah, and it was such a like this is almost the if I can get it right about there. It was terrific. I think he really enjoyed it too.
Larry, thank you for coming on out to join us here this morning there. Appreciate you, sir. Let's see. Oh, that's the OnlyFans variant of Chris. I'm not sure 100% what that was, but okay. Lucky SOB 33. Thanks, everyone. Love the support. Got it. Excellent, sir. Thank you for coming out and joining us. Hulk Collector 82 is with us. Let's see who else we got. Ladies and gentlemen, John from John's Comics and Kids. Hello, all. Hello to you and your family. Appreciate you taking some time on Saturday to join us. Hopefully, will be entertaining for one and all.
His content's been really good lately, too.
Let's see. What is this here? We got Schaup is the man. Even if he's got only maximum clonage, you better not boot him, Rob. Oh.
Good point, DVH. Good point.
Oh, goodness gracious. No, I probably couldn't do that. Well, maybe if they were all. Brian LCS, thank you for coming out. But, you know, Schaup is kind of helping us out because we did have a different guest planned, and when Schaup heard that we were having difficulty reaching that guest to confirm, Schaup said, "Hey, well, if you need somebody, I'm your Huckleberry." And there we
I'd love to hang out with you guys and show off some
absolutely.
books.
So we're happy to have you on. And scroll through here. Who else do we got here? Dr. Huge says he's getting into old VHS. I'm not sure how I feel about VHS being called old already, but hey, whatever. Tomato,
So
I suppose.
Giant VHS boxes on the TV.
Right. I still have one in the bedroom, but hooked up. It is hooked up also to my exquisite 19-inch CRT Magnavox mono television that I bought before I was married.
That's got to be lightweight too, right?
Well,
TV's got to be so.
Like 300 pounds.
Give it a CRT television, and I bought it. Literally, I've been married for 26 years, and I bought it a couple years before I got married. It's probably close to 30 years old. Yeah, it's an oldie. It's only there so I can watch the VHS.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. We got shout out the Chip
Wait,
Empire.
can you hook up an Atari 2600 to that?
Yes, I can.
Oh, so it's got like the
you
screws
go.
on the back and everything for the. Yeah.
It's also the other reason I have it still is for playing my Atari 2600.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Pitfall Harry. Let's go.
Jean Malo, thank you very much.
Jean.
Bonjour, Jean.
Jump is good. Let's see here. Who am I getting through? Oh, Warlord. Hey, how you doing there? Did get Rob gets it. This was talking about the Parliament. I'm assuming, so that's where I'm at in the chat. Apparently, it's always good when you can sync up. Okay, how far back in history am I as I'm going through these here? Let's see here. Apparently, I got to go look at that. Apparently, Warlord had an absolute fire unboxing. Thank you very much, Remy, for posting the link to Triple G Comics. You can check that out, everybody. Especially after show, you'll see myself and Dr. Von Hoot on the show. Flash by Night Comics. Good afternoon to you all. Sector 2815, good friend of the channel. Thank you, Paul, for coming and joining us today. Much appreciate you, sir. Ben Parker Comics.
Just about Sector 2815, Paul, again, another one of the most wonderful community members we have, is working on the Crisis on Infinite Earths maxi series and the 9.8. He is getting very close. It is such a pleasure to watch him knock off all of these books, man. Keep it up, my man. You're almost there.
T-Ravis, great to see you coming on, hanging out with us, buddy. I haven't seen T-Ravis on in a bit, but man, you know what's funny is I go on his IG periodically. He puts up some great claim sales, and I buy stuff from. But I get sometimes it just is. I still have a box. I don't. It's probably been 2 months since I last bought something from him, but I still have a box over here from T-Ravis. I need to unbox for an feature unboxing. I'm just behind on certain things, but T-Ravis, thank you for coming out and joining us, sir. Appreciate you very much. Let's see who else we got here. I think I said hello to Evil. Cafe, Sector 2015. Oh, jump again. Couching and slouching with Seabizzle. Thank you very much. Just was on with Gary B there in the hot seat. You can check out that interview. Go check out Gary B's channel and check out the last.
He just rolled over a milestone as well for his brand new channel. He just rolled over 200 subscribers. So
congratulations. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Congratulations.
Way to go.
Glitter and duct tape. I love this. the visions that puts in my head is just shouldn't be shared on YouTube probably. But I love, thank you very much for coming out and joining us. Hello, Glitter and duct tape. I always love you being around with us. Let's see here. Wolf Blitz. Hello, what is going on? Well, we're going to do a show called OnlySlabs in just a moment. I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. Hey, yo, Nick's here, everybody. Thank you for coming on out, Nick. Appreciate you, sir. Geek Out with Roscoe. Get yourself your own pet Roscoe. That's what I know everyone's pushing for. I'm scanning, thinking, close. Oh, it blinked again on me. My goodness. I think I'm at I saw somebody's been referenced. Blue Hellion Comics.
Hey, Dan.
Hell yeah. And I think Flash Ray Videos. I don't know if I recognized you.
Oh.
Sorry if I didn't. Flash Ray Videos. Thank you for coming out. As I was just scanning because this whole thing blinked on me, and I think
we're almost there.
I think I now have everybody helloed to. I'm sorry if I missed you. I really tried my best to get to everybody, but the real James Willie's here. Now we can begin. Once James Willie's here. Without him being here, I forgot I'm not allowed to have a show, I think. I don't know. Anyways. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we'll say hello to the channel membership and stuff a little bit after we want to get to the get to some books here, because that's what we're all about here is slabs. So Schaup, thank you again for coming on to the show.
No problem.
Let's take a look at some slabs. What did you bring us today, good sir?
All right, first one up. I just a few months ago, Nick had his mystery boxes out, and he had a slabs. And the first one I'm going to show has got to be the one I picked up. Pretty great copy with 9/8 Young Avengers issue 1. Very happy to see that in the box. And actually, I think this was the one that was opened. He did a giveaway also on a DJ Link's show, and I got a chance to win a box there too. So I got 2 boxes from him. So this was one of those slabs. And
I can remember when Nick started showing the highlights from that round of mystery boxes that he did. I remember looking at that one. I'm like, ooh, he's giving away a Young Avengers 1. That's a pretty copy too.
Yes, very nice.
Nick, along with yourself and Rob, do some great mystery boxes. By the way, everyone, if you ever see these 3 gentlemen talk about mystery boxes in another round, pay attention. Schaup, Rob, and Nick do excellent mystery boxes.
Yeah, Schaup's done some fire mystery boxes. I just sorry I couldn't grab the last round only because I just done some of my own because I was grabbing one of those trails, but I knew you understood. I was getting a big ASM book. It was you'd do the same.
That's what this last round did. It helped me with one of those grails. So
nice, phenomenal. Yeah, that's a great book.
Thank you. All right, next up is gonna be a short run. I think Chris is going to enjoy what comes out here. All right. So 6 issues is the first appearance of a character. And they were all signed. Each issue is signed by Art Evan.
Nice.
So, long shot.
Yes.
One of my long time spec books. I've got a couple of these in my cabinet behind me, and when I found this whole series signed, I had to grab it. I'm like, got to pick that up.
So again, the cool thing about this and that this introduced the world to Arthur Adams and go on to become one of the most influential artists of our time and my personal favorite artist. And I know Schaup that you know that, but this mini-series gave us so many wonderful characters just beside Longshot. We got one of the best villains in the X-Men universe, Mojo, out of this. Spiral was in this. Like, it was so much fun. And the good thing is that Marvel didn't put a deadline on the creative team behind this series. So Arthur Adams took his time to do incredible detail for each panel. So much so that I feel they need to revisit this series and do it again now that they have much better printing and color work to actually bring out more of the vibrancy of that pencil work that Arthur Adams did. That's a great book, man.
Yeah,
great book.
Gene, this is a PGX signature series logo.
Yes,
logo,
PGX
label.
signature series.
Yeah, they do a gold. That's their gold.
Their gold
label that they use for their signatures, whether it's verified or witnessed.
I was hoping the whole series would be a 9.4 or better, but a couple 9.0s, I'll take that. I mean, with each sign,
we're going through the same things. Well, nice slab. Yeah, a lot of people loving it. Arthur Adams, favorite of mine, just covered the.
We'll go to issue 2. As I said, every issue is signed. So we were 1 through 6. Nice. Adams down the corner.
Awesome. And he's so nice to chat with too at cons.
Yeah.
Usually has his wife with him. That's terrific.
And then, of course, like you said, Mojo. So we got to get.
Is this the big smile cover?
Gene, it's not less stupid. Yeah. It's a little more educated. That's all.
Issue 3 there with our Mojo introduction.
Yep.
So, yeah. And then I think it was the bottom box that kept on changing. That little character at each issue.
Yep. His little sidekick. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A lot of love for Longshot here.
every little. Yeah. Then of course we got that She-Hulk.
Love Mojo.
Yeah. And look, if you notice that this is a very important cover, because this is one of the very early iterations of the spaghetti webbing. Yeah, in case you weren't aware, Arthur Adams, I believe, was the second artist that did the spaghetti webbing, and Todd obviously was the one that made it most famous, but Todd was the third artist. So yeah, this long shot here is a Spider-Man key to hardcore Spider-Man collectors because it's an early spaghetti webbing cover.
Yeah,
it's a weird
he's my
pose
top
that
3
She-Hulk
for
was.
X-Men.
Yeah.
He's probably with Wolverine, Colossus, and Longshot. My 3 for my X-Men. All right, so we're almost at the end there. So issue 5 here.
Awesome.
And nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. Each issue is kind of signed at a different spot. And
thank you, Remy.
When I pull up this next one, I kind of was very excited because I didn't see it when I first on the listing. I couldn't see this image very good, but the last one had a remark on it, so I couldn't see it right away. I just saw.
Oh,
I'm trying to get. It says, if I can get that in here close, it says, "Hey, buddy," but then there's like Longshot's eye and star.
nice.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. I gotta admit, this cover here is my favorite of the whole miniseries, just because in that typical Arthur Adams style, how he does those big flashy smiles, we finally got Mojo on a cover himself. And it's just the fact that he's in the background and Spiral's giving our Longshot the bitch slap there too. Like it's just an awesome cover. But yeah,
you get slapped a little bit on these covers.
Yeah.
I like Spider-Man, the first 50 issues, right?
Yes.
Tremendous cover. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. All the love for Longshot. Lots of love. Love it.
And I think Mojoverse is just key for the MCU. I think that'd be a nice next step for them
if they introduce the mutants, I'm there with you. They could have a lot of fun with Mojo as the primary villain for a few films. Yeah.
Yes. And then one of my favorite stories with Longshot and the X-Men was the Fall of the Mutants. And this is my favorite cover because this is what brought me into this cover, and ASM 300 were the 2 covers that really kind of got me into the comics. And I just love the pink and the yellows and everything with this issue. And if you haven't read the storyline, this issue is really good with Wolverine going berserker around a bunch of guys.
Yep.
It was Dazzler. She got the helmet stuck to her face in this issue. So there's a lot of things happening. So,
yep.
What is it? Oh, sorry. I don't want to steal from Chris.
I was going to say that was a fantastic storyline. The one just before it too, with the dealing with the Morlocks, where Colossus ended up getting hurt, and the Claremont was right at his peak. I feel for that late '80s stuff, because the late '70s or into early '80s with the Phoenix stuff was tremendous, and then this. As Professor X started, I believe he stepped away from it. Magneto stepped into the team properly. It was some good storytelling from the X-Men. They were like right at the top of Marvel at that point. Everyone was reading the Uncanny X-Men.
Here, actually, if you can bring it a little bit closer to the camera.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
I want to see some.
Yeah, that's Mojo.
Oh, that's the.
Who
is it? It's the villain. Can't think of his name, but he trapped Storm and Forge in this like other little reality or something, and like Forge and Storm are trying to get back, and so.
And now I'm going to steal from Chris. What does it say there in the upper key information section? The upper right.
Forge and Freedom Force appearance, and then Claremont story. Mark Sylvester and Dan Green cover art.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Big book.
So yeah, I've had that raw for a long time, and I'm like, I'm gonna find a graded one if I can, and 9.6 is fine. I'm like, and it was online. I'm like, pick that up. I just want to get one slab in the PC. So, all right. Since Matt said something earlier, I do have a couple DCs. So, DC, we got Green Lantern, Green Arrow. We got 7 issues.
Yeah, that's
nice little cover and with cover art and everything. So
Oh, sorry, I started putting it up. What else does he do? Chris does lots of stuff here other than ask people to read the label. My God, don't oversimplify Chris's
No,
existence.
I love some Neil Adams goodness and everything. So
Some Green Lantern, obviously, yes. Our Bert loves that. I'm sure that
yes,
some Fire from the DVH.
Yeah, that run there where Green Lantern and Green Arrow joined, there's quite a number of keys like that one obviously, and then the handful of drug issues they had as well. But yeah, it was really, really good storytelling.
Yeah.
So my only other DC that's slab, we'll go with. We got Detective Comics 400, First Man Bat. I really wanted to find one that I could get with one of the first appearances of Batman's Rogue Gallery. And I kind of loved Man Bat in the animated series. I thought he was really good. And just towering over the city in this cover is really good with Neil Adams and everything.
Love it. Love it.
So, yeah. All right. Then we got some Mariner goodness. Issue 1. Seems like when I see these, there's a lot of 7/0s of Submariner issue 1. Like 7/0s, 6/0s. I don't know if it's just the fading that happens with that blue in there. And
like I always whenever I see this cover, the one thing that stands out to me is that he's got this like J. Scott Campbell type of cover where he's got this tiny waist, but yet his shoulder span is almost triple the size of his waist. Like he does, all he does is just shoulder work at the gym kind of thing.
Well, if you swam all the time, Chris, you too might look like
shoulders are incredible, and his waist is just like MJ on the last J. Scott Campbell cover. You know, it's just,
tiny.
His thighs are almost as big as his waist. Like that's.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a fair number of these, but 7 is such a good, respectable grade on it, really, for a book at that age and stuff. And there are a lot of them in that range, but there's that 6 to 8 range. But there's nothing wrong.
At least we don't have a square head, right? Is that the Golden Age?
Oh yeah, Golden Age square head. That's my
square head.
That's a book though that has definitely been on a roller coaster as of it was down low and forgotten for a long time, and it went through the roof, and it has come right back down to where it was before all the Black Panther hype. That's for sure.
All that movie hype.
Yeah.
All right.
The same ways, but the rest I don't.
We gotta have some Jack Kirby show up sometime. So we.
Oh God, Peter, hit me!
Yeah.
I loved Kirby's Thor. I thought it was just so well drawn, and the battle scene of these two are just really
Thor
good.
and Hercules. I mean, that's just
yeah.
If
you can't pick up Mjolnir, just grab his hand while he's holding it. In this case, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When the gods collide,
and holding it between your fingers, I don't know the weird finger position. I'm be interested to split those fingers. The Vulcan hand.
Yeah.
Remy approves. Pure fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That one never got old. Ever good. Yeah, dope.
No.
Dope.
So Stanley
Thor cover.
Yeah, I can't remember when he stopped writing the Thor issues. Maybe Remy knows. The Stanley's story.
Which issue is that one?
123, 126. I know it still says Stanley story and Jack Kirby art together. So
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. You got the finger split grip. There you go.
Yep. This one here. So Wolverine, of course, I know a lot of favorites for people and stuff, but with issue 1,
I agree too.
Yeah, this is my best ever. So I was able to get this one, and I do have the Wolverine one, but I don't have a slab. The 1988 series. This is 84, right? 84, 82. And then I have the 88 series one as well. They came as a package deal, so that was nice to. This one I had to get slabbed right away. I just wanted to make sure it was saved, and love the cover. I know Rob's got the triple signed, or
I have a triple signed as well as I have the 9/8 that's on the wall that's not signed.
Yeah.
but I used to have 3 copies. I sold one of them. Comic Viking needed one, and I probably didn't need 3 copies. So
you can always have 3. You got to always have that extra one to sell, right? You got
well, it's
2 to
not
have,
Spider.
one to sell.
It's not Spider-Man 2099. So I probably didn't
No,
need
so-
to have 3 copies. So I was willing to let one of them go. I kept the triple signed and with the remark, and kept my 9/8.
Such an important series. We got the line that he's the best at what he does, and what he does isn't very pretty. That's just
Yeah.
It's
awesome.
just, yeah. I mean, that was, there's just something about the way that Wolverine was presented, everything that just
It's like a
really,
Nemo come here and come at me.
Yeah.
And,
well, not just there, but throughout. I mean, even in stuff, there's just something about him that grabbed your attention as a kid that made him stand out to you. That, I mean, so many people that we talk to, it's like, who are, when you're talking about who got into Marvel in the 80s or something, it's like, yeah, Spider-Man and Wolverine. Those 2 characters were like the pillars for us. And it's
he
like,
kind of had a winding nut cross, but like he berserk all out, and then you come back. He can pull himself back, and
I thought it was just because he was Canadian, but you guys are saying different stuff. Okay,
right, yeah.
but everyone loved the good guy that's bad. He's just a badass. Whereas, if your introduction to Peter is, a lot of people, when it comes to Spider-Man, when he's Peter Parker, can relate to him. But Wolverine is just that, the pint-sized powerhouse badass that smokes cigars and has a good time when he's not, ripping and maiming everyone apart.
so I've been trying to get a lot of Wolverine covers, and this one back here, whoops, I just picked that up from the Wolverine 8 with some of that mystery box, and I did a video of thanking, so that came in this week for part of that too. So going with Wolverine still, we got Incredible
The
Hulk
first
180.
appearance.
So
There's Remy.
nice little grab.
Solid 5.0. Nice.
Yes.
So
A lot of these I picked up just like 6 months before COVID, a year before COVID.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
God, all that, all these, I tried to get all these grails, and then all of a sudden that happened. Like, thank God I didn't have to go out and chase these after that. So,
Oh, no doubt.
So now we've had 180 on this show before, but I'm positive we haven't had it in the PGX. Now, what does it say on the PGX label about Wolverine here?
it says first appearance Wolverine cameo in parentheses. So,
so they're doing it too.
easy, but then it gets,
They're clearly saying it's the first appearance. It's just it's just
cameo.
Cameo. Yeah.
He's not throughout the populated throughout, but it's his first appearance. Absolutely.
That last panel, it's so good with him.
Can Joe here. Very nice. Thank you. Everybody.
And some of these, I kind of try to do my own pressing and stuff. I mean, they weren't that bad, but so just enough to kind of help them out a little bit. And so
that's phenomenal.
Yeah. So I got one more.
All right.
The second stack is just a little bit more, just because we're going to be probably hitting somebody that franchise, as we should say, right, Chris, is coming up next. So.
Let's go. Okay, if we're going to focus on the franchise. Oh my God!
Back-to-back Remy's.
Yes.
So this one, presents better than 2.0, but the reason why there is a spine
Come on,
split.
Schaup. I told my brother you were gonna show Spider-Man.
It's coming. The spine split really hurt it on this one. That's about the only thing that kind of hurts this book. But I'm like, the way it presents, I'll take it every day. So,
oh yeah. Would you like to have a giant size X-Men? It's only a 2.0. Yes.
Yeah.
It could be an NG for all I care.
Yeah.
So for those of us that are Gen Xers, there might be some that are a little bit older, some that are a little bit younger. In my opinion, this is one of 2 books that is the most important book that was ever released in the 70s. This and ASM 129 were game changers in the 70s. Some people may bring up other books or whatever, but when it comes to blue chip keys, ASM 129 and GSXX, what Schaup is having right there at a terrific grade. If you just need to get yourself a book, this is where you want to do it.
Oh yeah.
Tremendous. And my God, that Cockrum cover too, right? Like it's just it's iconic. It's iconic. I hope the MCU, when they introduce the X-Men or the mutants,
First
however they do it, they kind of homage this cover, whether it's a scene or a poster or whatever, just because it's so damn iconic. And even Thunderbird's
first
in there too.
appearances,
Yeah.
Colossus almost
Chris.
tops Wolverine for me sometimes. I mean,
Do it, Chris. Read it for us.
Yeah. All right.
Say-
Hold on. Now, Schaup. No.
Oh,
Schaup, please do us the favor and read us what's on the right side of that blue label.
oh, the middle talks about all the first appearances on.
Oh, okay. Well, pardon me. I'm still fresh.
I'll go in the middle because Pete Jensen. We got first appearance of the new X-Men: Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Thunderbird. Second full appearance of Wolverine.
Incredible.
Just a lot
That's
there.
why I say it's one of two of the most important books ever released in the 1970s from Marvel.
So,
Yeah.
Chris, you want to
Mhm.
venture to guess a 2.0 giant size X-Men? What
I want
that will
nothing
run
to
you?
do with that because
You
I've
wanna-
been
what it would
so
run right
far off lately. I've been so far off. $800?
Okay. Shop, you want to guess? Or do you know?
I've COVID. I know what it was, but I know it's come down quite a bit since COVID. So I might even go low. I'll say 750.
So a 2.0 last show I see here in January was $1,200.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
Now in
Right.
April, a 2.5 sold for $1,175, and a 3.0 in April sold for $1,200. So it
Okay.
may have come down there some as well too. Plus, obviously, unfortunately, if you were to sell this one, you would have to take another probably $200 off because it's PGX. But at the end of the day, still phenomenal book, excellent. I know it's not going anywhere; it's in your PC
I say that's
for you to
a lot
love,
of these
not
are going to
for
stay with
anything else.
me.
So.
If you've seen a lot of my collection, it's all low grade. I'll take the low grade as long as it presents well. And for
Absolutely.
$200, I'm not going to beat that. But I can't get that book anywhere else. So
No, great deal. Phenomenal, sir.
thank you.
All right. So that brings us to our halfway point. Thank you very much there. We can't have that.
I'm a little off center on my screen there.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and hit that
All
hashtag
right.
Shopverse. Get that in there. We'll be pulling at least 6 books from the giveaway bin. Matter of fact, I got to pull the giveaway bin up. It is
your back,
restocked
Rob.
yet again. So we're ready to roll with that. While we're doing that, well, goodness gracious, Shop. What you have anything coming up on your channel this week or next?
I've been trying to put a video out on Saturday and Sunday, so there might be one tomorrow or later today. But then I'm actually going to be on Between the Lines on Monday night.
Oh,
with
awesome.
Roscoe and TM. So that'll be fun to get on there. Kind of got a little mashup that we talked about, so it'll be fun to kind of show off. Not quite the Shopverse art, so it'll be a little bit different than what I've been doing. So we'll see what we come up with.
Awesome. Hello to Taylor Winder, the king of all nerds. I see you entered the building. Welcome to join us. Thank you. All right, cool. Chris, how about yourself? What's coming up over on the Comic Vet channel?
Well, tomorrow will be the 99th episode of Two Cool Guys, Two Hot Picks. The 100th one is coming up next week. Keep an eye out for both of those. Monday night, I'm planning on having a chat about the recent and still actually happening NFL draft with a bunch of big football fans. So keep an eye on that. And Wednesday, most importantly, will be the Comic Army box giveaway to all the channel members during Show Us What You Got. The entire Retro Rocket Comics sponsored Alex Ross Timeless Normal Variant Villain set will be given away to one lucky member of the Comic Army. Just make sure that you're a channel member.
Those villains are awesome.
Awesome. All right, so we got 36 entries so far out of 50 people watching. So give you just a couple more minutes to go ahead and enter hashtag Shopverse if you want to be a participant. Don't forget, I don't limit where I ship to. So if you're outside of the US and you're thinking that you can't participate, that's not true. That's somebody else just telling you lies because they don't want you to enter because they want to win. So, all right, excellent. I see 40 people popping in here. I'll give you another few seconds. For myself, obviously, it's going to be the usual routine. Monday, I have a unboxing, and the only question in my Monday mail call for this Monday, I ask the question, did I move to Banger Street?
Oh.
because I tell you, I keep getting a lot of mail call. There's bangers.
Oh,
And
that,
this
yes.
this one's right there.
They've been
So yeah.
amazing. They have been amazing.
Yeah,
right?
quite frequently, absolutely.
Is this
Then
spectacularly amazing?
not necessarily.
Okay. Okay.
But and then of course Thursday I'll be posting my community challenge top 5 keys in my collection. Got nominated by Dragon Ink Comics to do the community 5 key challenge. So my 5 key challenge video will post along with my Who I challenge. Then we'll be back again here next week. And I'll have to look up. I can't remember before we leave. I can't remember off the top of my head who's our guest next week. Oh, wait a second. Yes, I do. I remember exactly. It's PSN Green Hulkster.
Ooh.
All right, let's go ahead and pull this. Ready to grip it and rip it? Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Wheel
of fish. I keep saying I'm going to grab that clip, and I never do.
Tony
Stank.
Oh, Tony
1138.
Stank.
Excellent. Welcome. I didn't see you come in. I'm glad that you did. All right, let's go ahead and get Tony Stank some books here.
Now watch your back, Rob. Okay.
Yep. All right. So we have a box full of books, and Schaup. We're going to be pulling at least 6 books, depending on what the books tell us for Tony. What I need you to do is give me a number between 1 and 10 from the front, 1 and 10 from the back, or we can let her ride and do some back to front action, and you just tell me where to let her stop.
We'll do it a little bit both. We'll do front to back first. Let's do that.
All right, back to front. Okay, so you tell me where to stop.
Okay. Now, right there.
Okay, now I can take the book that's in front of my finger, behind my finger, or take them both.
Take them both.
Taking them both. Okay. Next up.
All right, let's do 10 from the back.
10 from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got it.
Take the 2. Do you have 2 there?
Well, there's number 10. Then it would be.
Then do 11 then too. Take 11.
11 is 11 as well. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. The other way, there's 2. And let's do front to back again.
Oh, front to back this time. Okay.
Yeah, front to back. And stop.
Okay. And the 2?
Yes, 2 again.
All right.
Kyle, thanks for joining us. Wheelchair Superhero 87, everyone.
Awesome. Okay, let's see here. First up, we have the Amazing Spider-Man 20.
Ooh.
This would be the volume 4 when we had Alex Ross doing our covers, and
Great cover.
Awesome.
when Peter was came back from Doc Ock's reign as Spider-Man and had Parker Industries before, like anything that Peter
Those
does.
are such great covers in that
And of course,
period.
Every one of these, Tony, is going to come with 2 Pokemon cards, courtesy of Shattered Glass Comic Reviews.
Yes, Pokemon Go Hawks.
We have Imperial Guard, number 1 of 5 in the Realm of Kings.
That's pretty dope.
Jay Man's joined us. Jay, thanks for stopping by, my man.
Oh, Savage Dragon, number 1.
There you go.
Great cover.
Remember those books back in the day?
Yeah. Such a great run by Larson.
Okay, so this one is Essentia.
Oh,
This
signed
is signed, and it is signed by John Dolemayan,
so
and who is apparently the drummer
Mhm.
of System of a Down.
Is the drummer from System of a Down and the owner of that comic shop where that came from.
Torpedo Comics.
Torpedo Comics.
There you go.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a good bondage cover. That's
It's
With a drill.
that's-
Wow, that
that's
is
got Gary B
it's
written
got
all
a
over it.
bloody drill.
oh geez.
That is
You know that I know, like I said, that's a Gary B cover. You know, that's also a Remy cover. Let's be honest. Remy's in
yeah,
it.
yes.
Yeah, that's
that's a
don't
Perillo
don't
cover.
hate me, but yeah.
That's a Perillo cover.
Yeah. That's
Wow. Very nice. All right. Next up,
see.
how about from the Reign of
Reign of
Superman?
Thank you.
We have Superman issue 12. The last son of Krypton is back
So wait.
with a bonus last son of Krypton poster.
You telling me Superman isn't dead?
Apparently not.
He's back.
Okay.
I guess he got better.
All right.
All right.
Way to overcome death, Cal.
Ooh. This one's, I can see this one, for not only does it have a COA on the backside, but it has a shiny Pokemon card. And that must mean that it's valuable because the 90s
shinier
taught
the
me that
better,
if
right?
it's shiny, it's worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, how about Radiant Pink #1? This is the
nice.
Ohana Comics exclusive. It was a limited print run signed by cover artist Deegan Picaros.
That's awesome.
So you get the little COA back there from Syndicate Comics,
nice.
Radiant Pink, Ohana.
That's nice.
Ohana Family Comics. So you check out Ohana.
Check it out too, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When Richard was on, he was actually talking about that. That's tremendous. Yep.
Awesome. Congratulations, sir. What you'll have to do, Tony, I don't think I've sent you anything before, so make sure run over to Instagram and can you stop putting population for a second? Stop putting comments up for just a second. There you go. And hit me up at robs.fatstacks with your ship to address, or send me an email to robs.fatstacks@gmail.com. Either way, so that way I can get these out in the mail to you. All right, Chris, you can resume putting comments up if you like. Sorry. Okay, those are given away. I got to put a post on there. In the meantime, let's put Schaup back in. Oh, wait, before we do that real quick, I do want to say, let's get back into comics. We'll say hello to we'll do the channel member stuff at the end.
Okay.
All right. Schaup. All right. You killed it with the first half.
Thank you.
What on earth could you possibly have left in the tank for the
Got to
second
go all
half?
ASM. Got to go, or not ASM. I should say ASM. All Spidey. Let's just go.
Well,
all Spidey.
that is always a popular decision on this channel.
So
with
we got
these
3
folks.
Spider guys here. We got several in the chat. We can, if everyone else wants to leave, they can go ahead. We just got the Spider. All right. So the first book was a Nick book. So now I've got another Nick book we're going to show off. This was an AOK from Nick.
Michael Turner, baby.
This was a fantastic AOK. This cover was amazing. When I pulled this out, I was like, holy shit. I was like,
Yeah, this
I
was
was
an
very happy to get
exclusive. This was like a
Street Level Hero.
Yeah.
King in Black issue 2.
Yeah, I
Well,
remember getting
yeah.
this. This was part Street Level Hero book, but
Turner
it was a
variant,
book
yeah.
that they only did like in a special box. It was there was a special box that they did it, and that this was the only one it came in. It was great. And does this one have the glow in dark eyes or no? I can't remember if the
I don't
eyes.
know. So I haven't tried it, but the back is kind of like almost the same image there. So it's got a little artwork on both sides. So you got that on the back as well. So,
Right. So
Phenomenal.
what's the creative team say there for that?
Buddy Kate story, Stegman, Meyer, art, and Turner and Stegewald. Did I say that right? Cover art.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Love
Great
that,
stuff from the
all of
late
that.
Michael Turner.
Nice.
All right. So we got a few signed ones in here as well. So the first one up for the signed one, we got Venom Lethal Protector 1.
Oh yeah.
Bagley, I picked this from my LCS. I don't know. They don't have signed ones very often. They go pretty quick at that.
This is pretty rare.
I've
I've seen a lot of signed Venoms, lethal protectors. A lot of them, I've seen a lot with Bagley, but I've never seen them with just Bagley without Sam De La Rosa on there as well, usually.
Yeah. And he signed it really huge signature there.
Well, he hasn't signed it there because Sam De La Rosa will always sign it right underneath the Venom. So he's got to leave Sam De La Rosa's spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had it up on the wall. I'm like, I'll take that right now. So I'm very happy to pick that up from them.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's one of those books that seems to have made its way into almost everyone's PC. That particular red foil. Now I know that
there's enough copies of it out there for everyone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's be honest. There's quite a number of copies, but yeah, everyone seems to have this book.
Was that 91 or 9? No, that would have been 93, right?
93, yes, 93 on there. Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Venom. I like the original Venom. The built like Hulk. I mean, You don't want the scrawny Venom. You want the big, thick.
That book was the part of the story that spun out of ASM 375.
Right.
We run off and spin off in that, and where Venom now is going to turn and not be necessarily the bad guy now and start to be an anti-hero.
Yeah, it starts off with the two of them.
The skull issue. I can think of number that was.
Yeah.
375 is the gold foil.
Gold foil. Okay.
Yeah,
with the two of them facing off against.
Facing off. Yes.
Yeah.
Say that. Yep. All right. So another signed one. This is my favorite storyline. I'm sure a lot of people say for Spider-Man, but Kraven's Last Hunt. I found a signed first part 1. So Web of Spider-Man.
I've heard of it.
31, right? Yeah, 31.
Hold on. This one's for Chris.
I've heard. God, Peter, hit me.
Yeah.
Ow!
The Spider-Man story ever told is in his hands right here.
Mike Zeck's silver signature
Right
across
here.
the top was incredible.
Every cover was a home run. Just phenomenal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just phenomenal. That in the black suit and the symbiote doesn't play into it at all. Just a fantastic storyline of good versus evil, and then PTSD and mental illness along with it. Just fantastic storyline.
So that ran into the next series too, right? I think it was another. He was at the Madhouse after this series, and
yeah, it was just so good. It's just so damn good.
And Kraven's one of my favorite villains that he's had. Like, so I just love Kraven's outfit too, the way it looks. I mean.
Yeah, and he was a big bulking Spider-Man when he put on that black suit. Egglord, to answer your question, an AOK is what we refer to as an act of kindness. Usually when one person surprises someone else through the mail with some sort of gift, and they call it an AOK, an act of kindness, to answer your question.
Chris has one he'll be unboxing sometime, probably soon. No.
Watch out for it.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not Spidey book, but it's Spidey related. The first time this artist drew Spidey. So we got Daredevil, issue 16.
Oh, man. What a banger.
Landscape back there with just the red and blues there.
Oh, my goodness.
So, got to have that.
Oh, okay. All right. Who's the artist that you're talking about?
The artist we're talking about, of course, is our John Romita Sr., and it's the first appearance of the Masked Marauder, if you didn't know that. And first John Romita Spider-Man art in the comics.
Yes. Chris is crying on the inside. Oh no, I'll cry on the outside for it.
Durs is talking about when he says he's got one from Rob to unbox. He's talking about AOK, not a Daredevil.
Oh,
there you go, yes.
I don't know if Rob would give this one away. Yeah, this is
these are definitely staying. All PCs, books, low to mid grades are always. They're welcome to the house any day. So
yeah, I always felt this cover was John Romita's resume to Stan Lee, like, hey, let me take over the franchise. I can do a good job. And and you know, this cover basically earned him the job to do ASM and change Spider-Man forever.
Oh yeah. Indeed.
Awesome.
The look of Spider-Man in every issue, even though he got beat up in every cover, he still looked good. So
Callie, you know, there's nothing wrong really with PGX. It's just some people have their own opinion, but at $13 to $18 slab, it's tough to beat if you just want to protect stuff for your your collection. That's tough to beat. So
it's hard to beat, especially with the budget.
Have a lot.
And if you've seen my IG, there's a lot of my stuff is going to another franchise called Disney. So there's a lot of Disney stuff going on there. So
I forgot about that one, TM. You haven't unboxed that one yet. So TM's got one. It's going, man, why am I sending out so many AOKs? I don't know.
All right. So don't have a lot of 9/8s, but here's another 9/8 coming up. But we've got the Miles Morales.
Oh,
second printing of the first appearance.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Rob, we all know UF4 first printing and the Jervik variant are, like through the roof. What is this particular second printing going for? Because it's one of those ones where they kind of give it a whole new cover, thankfully, as opposed to just changing up.
Well, there were two variants of Ultimate Fallout 4 in the second printing, because you have one variant which is
with his face exposed.
Which is the same as the original cover, but his face is
this
above
one.
the trade dress.
Yeah.
And then you have this, which is the alternate one on the second printing. And hold on, I'm trying to
So
bring
if
it
you're
up.
gonna get
It's
second
not.
print, might as well get the one that's different, right? I'm like, why would you get the same one? I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
like-
gotta
I
admit,
like
I
his
prefer the
face.
one that's in your hands here. Yeah.
yeah, I like his face, the sweat dripping down, kind of tells I'm going through a lot of stuff. And
So that is the Sarah Pacelli variant, and that in a 9/8 is it runs you about just over $200.
Okay, so it's cooled a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, comparatively, if we go to try to look at, let me see if I can pull up the regular second printing here. My goodness gracious, so many variants recently since all the facsimiles came out. The Bagley second print, comparatively in a 9/8, runs about 240, 250. So the Bagley variant is a little bit more expensive, but roughly about the same.
Mm.
Cool.
all right. So we've got to have the black suit was one of the best things that Spidey had for a while. We got Secret
Jazz
Wars.
hands.
Is it jazz hands, or was he about to be
Yes.
taken to the Phantom Zone?
I think he was hitting the dance floor for a second there. Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah. You heard
Showed
that
moves
the
off.
beat starting. He just started strutting.
The 80s break dancing.
Again, everyone, this is one of those incredibly rare copies of Secret Wars 8.
I'm beginning to think it's less rare than we think it is, because we've had a lot of that lately.
There you go.
That's timeless. It's timeless to me.
Yes. Yep. Say
Yeah,
that.
a must have for hardcore Spider-Man fans.
And that black
one of
costume
those weird
changed it.
books
When you're a
where
teenager, that black costume was a huge game changer. So
Yeah.
it was, and it's so weird because this book is that book where here's the origin, here's how he gets it, but it comes out months after he's been
This
sporting
is great. Kelly Comics. He's telling you how big the fish was that got away.
Yes,
Oh,
that's a
my
new take on
God.
that one. I like that.
Yeah, it is good. It was this big, I swear. The one of these books where Spider-Man is in the story, he's sporting his black costume just suddenly, and it's like no explanation really, just here he is, and then we get where this thing comes from months later, which is just bizarre to us today. Obviously, the miniseries was meant to be come out at one point and got delayed, obviously, but they
And it was the same thing with the She-Hulk and her introduction to the Fantastic Four. Yeah. Exact same thing. Like, it's like, wait a minute, what's She-Hulk doing in the Fantastic Four? Well, if you read Secret Wars, then you'd know.
See, I know a lot of people don't talk about, but the third tie for Spectacular Spider-Man 90. If you want a black cover issue or not cover, but a black costume that shows up in the back, it supposedly ties with the other ones. And it's really low cost. You can get that pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Now we're going to go through a lot of ASMs. Here we go.
Nice.
So ASM, we're going to start with 361, our first Carnage.
That's awesome. Awesome.
And I wasn't a huge Bagley fan at the beginning, and then I'm like, he really grew on me, because like when he first comes in, he's like, okay, when you first get that first change of artist, it's always hard. So
yeah, well, he unfortunately had to step in behind McFarlane and yeah. But yeah, he had big shoes to fill, and it's he has a lot of some incredible iconic covers. This is one of them.
Yes.
Yeah,
just Carnage introduction. I love the way they introduced him with Cardiac back in the few issues before that, kind of. Yeah. So, all right. So next one down from here is going to be it's a big jump from 61 down to 300. So this one was my original one from the teenage. It's been loved several times, so I just want to make sure I got an omnibus
UPC code too. Yeah.
So I do have the story. At least I can read it in an omnibus book, so that way I don't have to worry about ruining this one. So anymore, I should say.
Yeah.
Second appearance of Venom.
Yes.
Let's not.
Newsstand, of course. Newsstand. Well, I'll take that.
Yes.
Newsstand.
First full appearance.
First full appearance,
Yeah.
Classic cover.
The Wolverine
classic cover. That's
yeah.
that's a bit of a stretch, don't you think? I mean, has it ever been homaged? I can't think of a single one.
Can we? Is this, besides AF-15, the most iconic Spider-Man cover that's ever been made? Like, because the amount of homages that's been done to that particular cover, like it's like every book released has one of those.
When your cover artist homages it in the very next issue, I mean,
Yep. And I love the issue he homages it with the Hulk in too. Like he does with Hulk through the moon. He's like jumping through the moon and like same pose, but it's the Hulk. So you got this huge creature jumping through.
Yeah.
Todd hated the black suit. Okay.
Yeah, that one, just to go back to that. When it comes to the Wolverine debate, 180 versus 181, I usually stay back from it because it's just Wolverine just has that one panel in the back page. Now this one, on the other hand, is a little different because the last 3 pages, Venom and MJ have a full conversation with the full. Obviously, the back page is the full splash of Venom, but before that, MJ walks into the room talking about her day and that his breathing sounds different. And then he starts to speak and you see the mouth opening and MJ says, "Oh my God." Like there's a little bit more. Whereas I kind of think that 299 is the singular first appearance of Venom because it's more than just one page.
Yeah.
And here we are.
299 was.
And by chance,
it comes
by chance.
I see what you did there. Phenomenal. Yeah, no, the 299 was for. I mean, when I was growing up, 299. This was the first appearance of Venom. Yeah, they used to credit 298 as a cameo appearance, even though it's only his hand that you see.
Yeah, this says. What does it say here? Cameo, first appearance. Again, cameo after the sentence there. So first.
Yeah, but by my standard of that, can you remove his appearance from this book, and would it affect the story that's told in this book?
No.
Yeah, you could remove Venom from this book. So cameo it is.
Yeah. And this is what for some reason, I had a lot of the 300 runs. This one I didn't have. This was a nice little gift back in early 2010s. Wife gave for Christmas. So it was a nice little to finish off the 300s.
Yeah.
When I went, growing up, I kind of had all the 300s, except for some reason I didn't have that issue. It was nice to get that. To finish that off. So as we keep on talking about the cameos of Venom, we'll just keep marching down the issues. So
of course,
298 first
Todd McFarlane on Spider-Man.
Changed the game.
Yeah, he must have liked Chance since he used him for the last 2 covers.
Yeah. Look at all that spaghetti webbing.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Before
very thick spaghetti webbing too. Like
and that's before you can just take a digital sample and spread it. You know, that's drawn the old-fashioned way.
A lot of time.
Love it.
So what does it say? So yeah, first appearance of Eddie Brock. So it's cameo for Eddie Brock. So no Venom suit yet for there.
Yeah. The biggest
really all we see is
photographer I know.
Yeah, we only really see is Venom is his hand, as I recall from the last panel or something like that.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we'll take another jump down here to I think we saw this earlier maybe today.
Well, that was backstage.
Backstage, yes.
Yeah.
252 there, nice newsstand.
Beautiful. With that fantastic amazing Fantasy 15 homage. So
yes,
absolutely.
Love it.
So this and what Team Up 141, great covers.
Yes.
Yep.
That one I'd like to get slabbed. I have it in Raw, but I'd love to slab that one up too.
Love it.
All right. So another villain I like to get I have here is Hobgoblin. I always thought his look was pretty cool. I don't know if they did him the best they could, but his look was pretty good. And we got John Romita Jr. signed down here on the bottom.
Oh, yes.
So it is a signed one, so there's that gold label for PGX. A nice little kind of silver. It looks like, I think a lot of mine have been silver, it looks like today. So silver cover issue. Second appearance. First fight, though, right? First fight. First battle with the Hobgoblin.
Oh.
So my 238's a little rough compared to this one. So we'll send this one in. Found it graded. A great book to pick up. And then Chris, you mentioned this one earlier about iconic books and covers of the era. So we got
First Jackal. I'm impressed.
First Jackal.
Vegas, and we can blame the Jackal for maximum clonage, right, Rob?
So 129, nice Punisher, just
that's
nice and clean.
And a 4.0, that's a terrific grade. From my angle, and I'm sure Rob would say the same thing. That to me looks like a 7.5, 8. So I'm presuming they see something that I don't from my vantage point. But yeah, that presents beautiful.
Thank you,
beautiful. Yeah, two of the best books of the 70s from Marvel, right there. ASM 129 and GSX 1. Incredible. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
See him in the Punisher sites. Punisher's always, like, I loved him on the Daredevil show and his. So we'll see how he does when he comes back. If the Reborn is that what it's called? Reborn.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll see how he does.
Born Again. Born Again. I thought.
Born Again. Okay.
Born Again. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know there's been comments about PGX. This is the only one I had any issues. I've had 28 slabbed. This one I do think needs to be dropped down a few notches because it is pretty rough. So we could just say it's a 0.5 ASM 50. They have 2.5, but it should be a point. I'll say it's a 0.5. This is the only one I've had a problem with.
Is it complete?
Because of the roughness here.
The Marvel chipping.
Yeah, but is it complete?
It has a page missing too.
It has a page missing.
It says page missing. It doesn't affect story. So I'm like, it should be, the only one out of 28 books.
I have even CGC with a page missing higher than a 0.5. If the spine is intact and it's not completely separated cover, and other than that's there, I mean, 2.5 is probably a little high, but it's doesn't need to be a 0.5.
Yeah, it is attached. Callie's comment, the cover is attached.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I mean, it just depends on where you go on it. I mean, how you defect it on that missing page. Anywhere from a 1.8 to, I mean, a 2.5 seems a little bit maybe on that a little bit high, but I'm not, I've never been phenomenal at this low end grade where you start accumulating so many errors. It's really kind of rough, but I probably would have said a 1.8 to a 2.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Once the cover's still attached, it's like a
for ASM
gray
iconic
area, right? Between one.
it's missing a page. It's kind of like that's kind of becomes the question. So it's how they hit that. So if it doesn't affect the story, sometimes you'll see stuff like
add page.
I've had a CGC book that was and a CBCS book, I think, where I was missing a page where it was like a 1.8 or something. But but great, awesome,
iconic cover. Just love the seniors cover.
For anyone who doesn't know, because I'm not a big fan of this cover particularly, but this book might have some significance. What is the significance of this book?
Our first appearance of the Kingpin, the origin of the Spider-Man retold again. That's been retold a few times, I think. And then just classic cover.
Yeah.
So Kingpin, again, another character that was
never heard of him.
Yeah, he's all right.
You think he's going to make it to the MCU?
He's all right. He's all right. Yeah, I like him as a politician. I'll leave it that way. Yeah.
It's always interesting that he was in Spidey, but he's Daredevil's arch nemesis. So
yes, yeah. Well, he it seemed there was a period of time there since that book. Every 7 years, Kingpin had an arc in the ASM run. It was through the early 2000s where he didn't have that much of an arc. But yes, it's funny that you talk about that. But Spider-Man and Daredevil often walk hand in hand, being in Manhattan together. But Yeah, it just goes to show all those street level heroes running around New York City have to do with Kingpin. It's not just him, right?
So I don't do a lot of like modern books, but I did get that a couple years ago with when they did the retelling with if Spider-Man kept the costume.
Yes, Spider Shadow.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was so good. And the ending with Kingpin, and he was still part of that. Like,
right.
I was like, come on, where's the next part now? Like they left us off hanging. I'm like, what's the next step?
Yep. Soulswise, that's a good question. There's lots of debate about that in the MCU, and some people have some ideas, but I won't get into that. It's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep on.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4 books left.
All right.
All right. So this one, I love the Lizard.
Sub 100.
Here we go. Issue 44 here. Second appearance of the Lizard. I thought it was going to be a lot higher. There was a little water staining on the bottom. I think that's what brought it down to, but clean.
Yep. Does it have a sub crease?
No sub crease.
No.
But there's a
Chopper.
lot of,
Chopper, did you have that TLC before you sent it in, or did you send it in the way that you found it?
I pressed this one.
Okay.
Yes, I TLC'd it. There was a little. I did press it. There's no crease, but there was a lot. There's I don't know. There's a little staining down here that hurt it, and a little.
So there's water staining on the water.
Yeah, water staining on the water. Yes, yes. Coincident enough. So.
Yeah. Again, it's the Lizard. Rob, correct me if I'm wrong. Was issue 7 was his first appearance? So it's quite the gap.
6.
Yeah.
6.
I have that cover list. So I'm like.
Yeah,
I got a cover list one, so I'm like, well, I'll slab this one since I don't have a cover on the other one.
So it was what, about 3 years, I guess, before they brought him back. Then 4 years. Yeah,
a lot of issues.
Yeah. It's a.
But Connors was always kind of a good, like, little role model for Peter and stuff. So
I always love that how Doc Connors is a role model and supportive of Peter, and his alter ego. They've got to clash and collide and stuff. Yeah. It's a great relationship type thing that and internal conflict goes with it. I love the Lizard.
Yes. And then we mentioned our favorite storyline, one of our favorite villains. When I first got back in, this was the first. Yeah. The first big book I bought
for anyone counting at home, 4 Emmys. 4 Emmys today.
So first appearance of Kraven, we got thick Spidey on the cover. So
right. Yeah. It was leg day. But,
yes. but I just can't wait to see. Hopefully, all the hype with this, hearing some stuff about Kraven the movie, sounds like hopefully they do it okay with giving R rating now. I saw so,
and apparently bloody as hell. But
yeah.
And again, they just in case Kraven wasn't gonna be that cool of a character, they backed up the story with the chameleon as well. But that's tough. Another one of those early ASMs where there's almost more words on the cover than there is action. But
little arrows pointing you.
Yeah,
so look here, look there. Yes.
Again, if you're a Spider-Man villain or Spider-Man lover, iconic introduction of a villain into the Rogues Gallery. Yeah, yes. Just so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree. All right. So next one up, we got 2 left here. So this one I saw on eBay and kept watching it for almost a year. And it was not selling. So it kept on dropping down and dropping down. I'm like, okay. So then it got too low. I'm like, oh, if it gets much lower, I don't think it's going to hang around any longer. So I gave them an offer on it. They took it. So I picked up. So issue 5 here. Most of the cover's still there. The book is complete. The story is all there. So I'm like, you can see Doom.
The headless Doom.
Nice.
Yes.
First time Doom's outside the Fantastic Four.
Well, he actually wasn't around that long before Stan Lee put him in here. Like, it was only, I believe, when I read an article, it was about 7 or 8 months that Dr. Doom was first created in the Fantastic Four before the shift came to Spider-Man. And then that's when Stan Lee really started moving characters around in the Marvel Universe. Yeah, it's, again, to me, one of the best Ditko covers from 1 to 10 was this one with Doctor Doom on the cover.
Yeah,
the colors are so bright on the issue too. It's just just that top missing, and
if it wasn't for that top missing, yeah, that's a great looking cover. Way better looking than mine, but
and it's interesting that like some CBCSs you might see look like this might get a 1.0. Like I've seen some of them like have some of the cover gone, and they're still at a 1.0. I don't know if it's just the age of what they do for those, but
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Shopper, what's written on the right side of that blue label?
It says first Doom appearance outside the FF, and then Fantastic Four cameo as well. So they show up as well in the book.
Great book.
So,
amazing.
Lowest number that got slabs so far, so we'll see where we can go from there. Then this one right here, I'll just show. It's not slab, but it's just hanging out there in the background.
Only slabs, Chopper. Only slabs.
Only slabs. So I'll just let it hang there all day there. So the last one is not a big book, but it is one with 2 signatures on it. I've always wanted to get both signatures, and so we've got Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane on the book. I wanted to make sure I had both of them together for my first Stan Lee and then Todd as my favorite artist.
Did Stan sign on top of McFarlane?
Yes. This is really, it's really weird. They're like getting real close. They're on top of each other. I think Stan is the one on top of the Todd's.
I'm sure that Todd didn't sign on top of Stan.
Yeah.
That's actually a nice Stanley autograph.
Well, let's look at the dates. What does the dates tell us on this book?
Okay.
Who signed first?
So, Todd signed 10/5 of 12, and then Stan Lee signed 10/13 of 12. So just a few days later.
Yeah. So Stan, so here's a book right on top of Todd. Oh, wow. So disrespectful, but great.
Yes.
You know what, though? Great choice for the last book to show a Stanley autograph along with Todd.
Stan was marking his territory.
Yes. That's what went through he took the words right out of my mouth. But yeah, that's a great choice for your last book to show is
Classic
Stanley autograph. Terrific.
Todd hands too on the cover, which he had all those hand covers.
Stan was always a gangster. Yeah. Do you think Stan Lee thought the writers were more important than the artists?
That was great. I love this. What is this? Stan forgot his spectacles that day. Well, yeah. All right, awesome, man. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
I'm just gonna turn off these things. Holy cow! Amazing group of things there. Before I throw up the hashtag with for the next giveaway, I do want to get to where's my branding stuff? Here we go. I want to thank everybody for coming on out, of course, and I especially want to sort of throw out to all the channel members. Thanks to you guys and everybody who's supports this channel by watching, hitting like, the thumbs up button, getting it in front of more people. The people who've been doing super chats throughout the past episodes and whatnot, and the thank you stickers on the rewind, all that proceeds that are generated by this channel, including our merch store, it all goes to Comics Curing Cancer. And so let me take a moment to thank all our subscribers who are paying that monthly subscription. It all goes to Comics Curing Cancer. Dale, let me turn off the banner because I can't read the bottom, and this is not a pre-recording. Hide that. There we go. All right. Dale of Suspense Comics, The Real James Willie, Shattered Glass Comic Reviews, Sector 2815, Comics by the Bay, Remy Q Studios, Gary B, The Casual Comic Guy, Circumstances, DJ Links, Beckerman, Flo Dameron, Comic Ozzy, Legion of Comics, Dr. Who's Comics from the Spiral Dimension, Blue Hellions Comics, Digger Jim 720, PSN Green Hulkster, Tate Prime, Collecting with Durs, Jack B, Actual Dracula, Stephen C, TM Nerdy, Chris at Retro Rocket Comics, Six Face, Travis Vick, Nick's Kicks and Comics, The Comic Viking, Trev the Shipping Guru, Justin Birch Letters, Chaos and Comics, Matt 268, Comics with Murdoch, Austin LeMay, Norenrad 82, Cup of Comics, Mad Spidey, Comic Man Andy, Switch Comics, Marty Aleko, Hulk 82, Hulk Collector 82, Seth 11, Ben Parker Comics, Brian LCS, The Comic Vet, L Green Machine, Izzyverse NYC Comics, A Comic Bookworm, Comic Journey, Cat Fan Comics Man, Comic Verse, Lone Eagle, and Jean Malo. Thank you guys all very much for being channel members. Turn that off. Appreciate y'all very much for doing that and supporting this channel. You want to make sure that if you're a channel member, next week we will be doing the monthly thank you award for channel members. So we'll be taking a look at that. Last month's member actually didn't claim their prize, so there we go.
Wow.
And that is, in case you're wondering, you'll get your chance at a henchman T-shirt or mug. Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag henchman. That's our giveaway here for this next go round here. So go ahead and throw that hashtag up, and we'll do another pool. Chance at comics, at merch, at slabs, at little mini runs of books. Lots of different options that are there. So hashtag henchman. We'll do that. God, I can't thank you enough, Schaup, for coming out and bailing us out. You said that you kind of played down what you were going to be bringing. No idea the heat, pure fire
Thanks.
that you were going to bring. By all means, thank you very much, sir.
Appreciate it.
Holy cow, 4 Remy's plus a couple ass slappers, a couple howls.
Yeah.
You just had
Yeah.
so there's one after a banger.
A lot of heat. A lot of heat. Wolf
Appreciate it, guys.
Blitz, it's singular,
enjoyed
not
hanging
plural.
out.
Just heads up.
Oh, I
Sold
did wanna-
twice, singular, not plural.
Yeah, henchman, man. Cali Comics, thank you for the super chat. We really appreciate that very much, sir. Just for you. How about the OG? Super Pendificlus. All right, give you guys just a couple more moments here. 39 out of 53 viewers. Thank you all so much for turning up. Really appreciate it. Comics Addicts, welcome. You made it late, but that's okay. Thanks to YouTube, the magic of YouTube, it'll be there to go back and watch again. Thank you, James Willie. Yes, reminding everybody, please again hit that like button. It does help us to get the channel in front of more people who like stuff like that you like. That's the way the algorithm works, I'm told. Nobody really understands it. It's just voodoo. But at the end of the day, more channel revenue generated by ads, etc., which helps comics curing cancer. So thank you all very much. All right. I'm going to give it, Chris, why don't you give us a 10-second countdown?
Okay, you got your mouse over the done or now, or what's it say? Draw. 10, not watch your back. 10, 9, 3, 2, 1, draw.
Wow, that was real quick of you.
Hey, that's
You are-
you should have been here.
Well,
I got the hashtag early for everyone. Let's go.
But you know,
Now that's
I'm filling the other 10 seconds. There we go.
This sounds.
And this winner is Patow.
Boom,
Izzyverse.
All
All
right.
right. Chris, you're gonna be drawing
right.
some books here for Izzy.
All right.
Why
now
don't
what-
you
okay.
tell us what are you gonna get them?
Okay, so I've become friends with Iz over the last month. He's been showing up on Show Us What You Got, and I've been hanging out on his channel, and now I'm a channel member. I know the man is a fan of Warlock. So let's see if we can find any Adam Warlock and or Guardians related stuff.
There
We're
are
gonna
some in here.
go we're gonna go 7 from the front and 7 from the rear.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And
And I believe
2,
Izzy was saying that he was going to be going to, or he's gone to the Tynan signing that was happening in New York. I'm a little jelly. I got to admit, I'm a little jelly. I'm a big fan
All
of
right.
ATIV. We're going to go front to back and see if I can find that slab. Stop. We're going to take those 2 books at your finger splits there, Rob. Kenneth Bird, thank you for the nice words. Rob, we're going to do the exact same thing again. And we're going to let it ride for a little bit here. The drama, stop. And those 2 books. All right, this is for you, my man. And by the way, everyone, Izzyverse New York City Comics just did a fantastic he just introduced a new fantastic sketch show. Make sure that you're subscribed to Izzyverse New York Comics. It's a fun channel. The man is a freight train right now. All right, Rob.
All right, first up, Batman New 52, issue 31, the alternate Batman 66 variant.
Got some nice Adam West love there on the cover.
Mm-hmm. And of course, again, like before, all books come with 2 Pokemon cards, courtesy of Shattered Glass Comic Reviews. All right. Ooh. All right. So this is Marvel Adventures, Avengers number 4. It's an all ages comic, so it's a young kids comic, but it has a note on here: Captain America 1 through 4.
Oh,
Ooh.
Hold on.
prize within a prize.
There are some of these that are like that. Let's see. That's that. That's that. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right.
Buddy.
So
Oh,
you get this Captain America issue 1, John Cassidy.
that's awesome. Not that train wreck that Liefeld brought out. The Cassidy
2.
run was very nice. That's a great cover too. A little 60s flavor to it.
Issue 3.
Nice. Love it. Propaganda cover.
Yeah.
And issue 4.
Tremendous.
That's a nice one. Beauty.
So phenomenal little run there. Congratulations, sir. All right. Next up, we got Batman 412 with the mime.
You know who that character kind of looks like? It kind of looks like Taylor Winder's favorite character.
Sort of.
Yeah.
All right. How about first collector's item, unleashing the power. Marvel's hottest action hero returns. Cage number 1.
All right.
Yes.
Is he ripping his old yellow suit up? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Ultimate Fantastic Four, issue number 1. We do have, of course, the Ultimate Universe coming back here.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a big book because Mr. Fantastic in the end wasn't so fantastic.
That's right. And here we go. This one is not in as fine condition. Well, it might be fine condition, but it's not in as minty condition as the others, but it is a 12-cent comic, so I'm sure you'll forgive me. Green Lantern issue 42. This is the third appearance of Zatanna.
Wow. You
Very nice.
continue to blow my mind on stuff that you put in that box. Incredible.
Congratulations. That's quite the stack there, Izzy. Congratulations to you. Make sure that you hit me up with your ship to information so I can get those out to you. Really appreciate it. All right. Yeah. Holy heck. Well, exactly. All right, guys. Thank you all again for coming on out. Schaup, thank you all so much for coming on out. Really appreciate you all. Make sure that you hit that notification bell, wouldn't you mind? So you know when we go live next. It's be next Saturday, same time, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Head on over to Triple G Comics if you haven't seen enough of me. I'm going to go run over there. And until next time, guys, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including myself. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.